Well, we previously promised that interview, and now it is time because it's exactly 100 days before the start of the Women's 2023 Women's T20 Cricket World Cup. It will be staged in South Africa from the 10th till the 26th of February in Cape Town, Paarl and Gqeberha. The Proteas, they open up the tournament on the 10th against Sri Lanka at Newlands. They are in Group 1 alongside Sri Lanka, Australia, New Zealand and Bangladesh, and they are gearing up to dish out a stellar performance in front of the home crowd. So the Proteas women's head coach Hilton Moreeng joins us to talk about this exciting time, 100 days just before the start of the World Cup. Is it fair, Hilton, to say that the expectations are very high, especially considering that you are playing this tournament on your backyard?
Good evening, Toli, and to all your viewers. Yes, it is. And also in the same breath, very exciting for everyone that's involved in women's cricket and in cricket. The entire cricket family is looking forward to this, and the players also know it's a great opportunity to be able to play in front of your home crowds, and you know that we're going to feel a lot of energy from them. And it's one we're looking forward to and make sure that we can push all the way.
Absolutely. And in terms of the World Cup preparations, you have been quite strategic in terms of the pitches that you are preparing in, some of the under-19s that you've brought into the squad. Maybe just talk us through your decisions.
No, you have to. I think the nucleus of the squad is still a very experienced one, and we know that while they're still playing and prepared to give everything that they got for the country, we need to make sure that we also make sure we include some of the youngsters to be able to learn and fast track their talent to make sure we can sustain the performances we've been seeing over the years. So it has been very good to see some of the under 19s and to give them an opportunity to also spend time with the experienced players that we have in the camp, and also to learn from, because they're also going to experience their first World Cup in January on home soil. So there's been a lot of discussions around the two World Cups and a lot of experience and knowledge being shared between the players. So it has been great. And also the venues that we've been going to thus far is the venues we know that some of the World Cup games will be played at, and it's for us also to familiarize and to make sure even the players that has not been exposed to coastal conditions can get acclimatized to that and get the feel of some of these grounds, so that when the World Cup opportunity comes, they know what to expect.
Absolutely. And I mean, Hilton, there has been quite a lot that has been spoken of in terms of the captaincy debacle, because we do know that Dane van Niekerk has not been able to be a part of the squad for majority of the year, even missing the World Cup. Sune then took over that captaincy role. Does this now mean that she will take on the leadership when the T20 kicks off the World Cup next year?
No, I won't say a debacle. It's just for us, it's been one of those that, injuries happen. You have those kind of challenges as a cricketer or a sportsman or woman. These things happen. And Sunil has done a fantastic job over the last year and a half. I mean, the standing in job that she's done and how she has led the team and also grown in the opportunity that was given to her. Yes. Now that Dane is also starting slowly to get back into it and back into the swing of things, she has been part of the last two camps. So regarding the captaincy, there's not much talk around that. And it's just to make sure that each and every player knows what to do. I think the bigger picture for us, we're hosting a World Cup, is to make sure we have the best possible players on the park and we can give a good account for ourselves as a team.
And also losing the experience of the likes of Lizelle Lee. How do you now fill that void of experience when you are taking on nations that have a good mix of experience and youth in their squads?
It has been a tough one on us because she's just been awarded the ICC Player of the Year in the ODI format, and we know that the quality that she brings to the team and she adds. Hence, we're bringing all these youngsters coming, as you see them, like you've mentioned, under 19s, and some of the players that's been in the high performance has been doing well in these merging tours, because you never know what's going to happen, because most of our senior players are now at those stages where life needs to happen post the game, so they need to make plans around that, and retirements are going to start coming. So as a country, we always need to make sure that we're ready when those kind of opportunities come. Hence, the quicker you can blend the youngsters in, the better. Yes, it has been a loss with Lizelle Lee, but as you say, we need to move on and make sure that the country can continue to produce the performances we've been seeing around the world in the last 3 years. So for us as a squad, it's one, we need to make sure that we have enough players in reserves that can come in and put up their hands. It's an opportunity for a youngster to put up their hands and be the next best player for their country. Who knows?
Oh, and I'd also just want us to have a look at the year itself in terms of how you would describe it, because you really started very strong, beating the West Indies, and then went on to the World Cup in New Zealand, where you only suffered 2 losses, bowing out in the semi-finals. But then the Commonwealth Games, unable to get out of the group stages and also winless in your tour against England. How would you sum up the year so far?
It has been, for us as a group, great learnings, especially for the youngsters. I think the World Cup was for the pinnacle for us this year. We know we prepared to the T everything that we wanted to make sure that we cover it going to New Zealand. I mean, we had tours before to the shores of New Zealand, and when the World Cup came, everyone was prepared. They knew exactly what to do, and the players gave it their all on the day. It wasn't to be in the semi-final, and it's one of those we feel as a country we've given so many opportunities, and then we've played so well, and we had opportunities in semi-finals. We just couldn't get ourselves to a final. Now that we have an opportunity on home soil, we want to make sure that we can better that and get ourselves into that final that's been eluding us. And when you get yourself in that, anything can happen on the day. So, and I think that when you look at the UK tour for us, we had a lot of youngsters that we wanted to play and given opportunity. I mean, what is the best opportunity for youngsters to play against one of the best teams in the world and to test their skills? Yes, the results didn't go to plan, but at the end of the day, for us, it wasn't about the bigger picture. But for us, was not the actual results from the day, although nobody goes out there to lose, but to make sure that the youngsters get an opportunity and they can start growing, because we know what is required going forward. Yes, the Commonwealth was very disappointing for us because we went there with a plan and it didn't happen on the day. And as you can see in the T20 format, it takes 1 or 2 overs and the game is swung the other way. So we've learned a lot, and a lot of the youngsters got the experience of how it feels when you're not up to speed on what is expected on the day, when performances are coming out, what is required under pressure. So with that, and with the last couple of camps we had, it gave us an opportunity to reflect and make sure we can put it right and give the youngsters, and they can reflect on their learnings and keep working to get better, because now they know what to expect.
All right.
It can only be on home soil.
Okay, Hilton, quickly, we're running out of time. There are preps coming up in terms of the Tri-Series. What can we expect from there? Quickly.
I can expect a much stronger South African cricket side. The Momentum Proteas have been preparing well. We're looking to make sure that we can start putting our best foot forward early in the year. And hence, we've been going around the country to make sure we expose each and every member of the squad.
Oh, fantastic. Only 100 days left till the 2023 T20 Women's World Cup, which will be staged right here in South Africa. Thank you so much to the Proteas women's head coach, Hilton Moreeng.